Hi guys, you join me back here on my third session down on a new syndicate, Hasse Fen, and I'm going to walk you up to my bivvy where it looks like it's set in a picture of heaven, surrounded by all these beautiful big large white daisy flowers. Look, how beautiful does that look, right? I look like I should be walking across the air. Epic. And so we're getting to my peg now. Different peg to the previous first couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm on the other side of the lake now. So you can see that bar running out down there. It's almost two lakes. So out there is completely different. It's actually like fishing another lake. The bars and gullies and that run at different levels in this part of the lake. So I've had to have a good lead out there and find out what's going on. I found some lovely spots though in the end. That is really choked up with weed out there. You can see it all in the edges. Don't know if you can make it out there, but on that bar there, there's a lot, and it runs right the way parallel, right the way along this bank here. But I managed to get a couple of decent spots in the end, and this third rod, which I'm going to recast shortly because it just got picked up by a tufty. Found a little nice spot. It's a tiny spot. It's about 3 by 3 foot, and all around it is really choked up with weed. But I managed to present a bait in it, and it was obviously presented pretty well because a tufty picked it up and nearly nailed himself. So I'm going to pick that one up and cast that back out shortly. And I thought I'd give you a quick update just to... Oh, by the way, the pollen is at its highest at the minute, so I can't stop sneezing, so you might get a bit of that this session. But yeah, I'm knackered. I got down here early this morning, so I've been here about... Rods have been in about an hour now. Got down for about 7:30. Found some spots, put a load of bait in straight away, and just pinged the rods in about an hour ago. It's about 9:30, coming on 10 o'clock in the morning. So just a quick overnighter this week. Well, I say quick overnighter. I've got all day today, tonight, and then I won't be leaving until dinner time tomorrow. But just one night this week. I've got to get back. So yeah, and the weather looks much better for next week. It's really hot already. It's already 22 degrees. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. Fish have spawned here, as you've seen last week, about 8-9 days ago when I left. Fish were going at it hard right along that little sunken island piece, and they were going at it pretty hard, and they got it over and done with really fast. 3 or 4 days we had a booming hot weather, sort of ranging anywhere from 23 to 28 degrees. So they got it over and done with nice and quick, which is good. And I don't think there's been any casualties as far as I know. And the fish should be looking good for the end of the year. They've spawned early on here. Hopefully they'll be at top weights in October. So happy days on that one. I've sorted the house out roughly, which is nice. I'm going to put some bacon and eggs on now because I still haven't eaten this morning. Thought I'd come here, get the rods out, find the spots, get the bait in first, and now I get to chill out and have a bite to eat and a cup of tea. You can see it's a pretty steep drop down here. I have to really be careful not to slip on my arse. Little liner on the right hand rod. I wonder if that is tangled out there, because I did get picked up by a tufty. We'll find out. I'm not going to redo it for another 20 minutes. I'm going to have something to eat first. You never know, that tufty might have pulled the rig straight and reset it. You never know. But for now, it's just a quick update because I'm starving, and it's bacon and I'm thirsty, and I'll see you in a bit. You join me pushing into early evening now. It's coming on 6:30, 7 o'clock time. Nothing's happened. Had the rods in about 5 hours now. Didn't really expect anything to happen, to be honest. The weather's all wrong, moon phase is bad, wind's down, everything's sort of going against the average sort of good bike conditions. So, but I'm still thinking of a move. I know it might sound a bit mad because I'm only here for tonight, and I got in this peg and put a bit of bait in earlier. But I'm even tempted, even if I ain't got enough bait with me to really do much damage, go over there and fish singles and shallow zigs. Haven't seen nothing over there, but it just feels right. I don't know. I'll just zoom in where I want to get over there. That peg right there, dead centre. You get to fish all of that right around there. But I've seen a few fish over here. There's a few fish about. So let me zoom back out. On this rod here, which I have fired out towards the island. Just about 12 foot past that gravel bar with a weed on the surface there. And I have two long, which are extremely spread apart. Obviously I haven't fished any of the pegs on this lake apart from the single peg that I fished the first 2 weeks I was here. So getting to know and scope out new pegs is exciting. And I don't know if you can see my lines there. I'll move forward so you can. See if we can actually... There you go, you can see my lines now, coming off the end of my rod tips. But they're really spread apart. I'm trying to find a good area, and if it starts doing bites and stuff, I'll move the other rod closer to it. So right now I'm just scoping the area out, just seeing what areas are comfortable feeding in. And yeah, so I don't know what to do. Decisions. Whether to get up, not be lazy, move everything right across the other side of the lake at nearly 7 o'clock at night. Does sound like a bit of a mission even to me when I say it out loud. Just for one night, but I don't know, I'm going to have a little think about it, and I shall let you know what I'm doing soon. See you soon. So, as you can see, I'm still here. I decided against the move to the far right of the lake. You know, so I pulled this rod in now. I'm going to redo that. Just make sure I get that in absolutely spot on, ready for tomorrow. Let me explain to you for a few reasons that I stayed here. So, number one is, never fished this peg. Maybe it's more of an evening peg or an early morning peg, as where I was further down the bank that way was more sort of 9 till 1 in the afternoon bite time sort of thing. You know, here it might be early evening, which is now, or it could even be in dark, because I noticed I won't get many bites out in the dark long out that way. So I guess there could be a chance of evening bites here. So that's number one reason I'm staying, and obviously morning bites. Two is, I broke my only spawn with me, well, my midi. So, ooh, big carp right there, big carp or big pike, one of the two. Come right out, how did I miss that? But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, number two, my spawn, as I was spawning out on the left hand rod, out long that way, actually snapped. As soon as it hit the water, I missed the clip by about a foot. I just caught the clip right at the end, and it, you know when it hits like and explodes on the water, and that's what it done, and it snapped. But I've had that spawn going for a good year. It's lasted me well. I've got a few more middies at home, not on me, rookie boy error. So even if I was to move over there, I'd be pretty much struggling to get any bait out the distances I would want to fish. So that's number one and number two clear. And number three is, I just want to see if I want to write this peg off, if that makes sense to you. It's the first time I fished it. It looks nice, it looks like it can do bites, but it's also a peg that, you know, I need confidence in this peg. To feel confident in any peg, you've got to be catching fish on a new lake, to know that they feel comfortable feeding in this area and it's not just maybe a passing point or whatnot. So there you are. They're my 3 points. And this session we'll be seeing whether I write this peg off and pretty much don't fish it again for the rest of the year, or whether I'm able to get back in here with confidence and pinching bites if it's full all around the other parts of the lake. So yeah, it's one of them ones. So I'm going all out. I'm sitting on my hands now. I'm literally putting all my eggs in one basket. I've got a lot of bait out there. My spom's broke, so I wouldn't be able to get any bait out long range anywhere else. Them 2 rods are set from earlier. They will be staying out there until I go home tomorrow dinner time. I'm not going to touch them. All my eggs are in one basket. I'm putting this one out, and that's also going to stay out, and that's not coming back in either. And I can't do no more than that on this session. Just an overnighter. Well, an overnighter, and tomorrow I'll be fishing. So yeah, for all them 3 reasons, I'm going to persevere in this peg and just try and pinch one bite, and we'll go from there. One bite is instant confidence, and hopefully if I do manage to pinch that bite, which is all I'm here for, is one bite, then we can move on from that and maybe think about our second bite. So there's my 3 key points. And yeah, I thought things through pretty long and hard, and that's what I've come up with, and I'm going to go with it, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to kick back now. I've got the kettle on again and have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to slap a big ribeye steak on a bit later on. And what goes with fishing even more than fishing? More fishing on the laptop. So it's YouTube time. Happy days. Right, so I'll see you early morning, I suppose, at some point or other. Earlier rather than later, because that'll mean I'll have a fish in the retainer. But we'll see. But until then, happy days. Well guys, what can I say? Nothing much really. What's happened is exactly what I thought would happen, and that's resulted in no bites. But the good thing is I'm moving, and I'm halfway through moving. Going right over there where I said I was going to go last night. Still got 10 hours today left, so it's only early in the morning. I thought before that sun got too hot I'd get up and make the move. I feel like if I'd have had a bite, it would have been by now in this peg. So I'm pretty much wrote this peg off in my mind now, and I'm going to get down there. But even if I go home after a blank after this session, there's a few good things that have come of it. Main thing is I would have mapped out 2 new pegs in one overnighter, which is always a good thing. So happy days on that one. So look, all the rods are pulled in now. The house is completely empty. I've got shit everywhere. I've took the van round there already with a few items. I'm going to get all this on the barrow and then walk all this round and spend the day round there. I'll see you when I get there. Video time. The move's paid off. How happy am I? So I've got a nice mirror here. Probably took about an hour for the rod, the middle rod to rattle off. So just like that early morning move, it's paid off. I went with my instincts. I probably should have moved last night, but I thought I'm going to give that peg up there the benefit of the doubt, and see if it was a night bite area, and it appeared it wasn't. I didn't see nothing up there, so I got on my toes, packed all my crap up, made the effort, got round here, and I'm rewarded with this stunning black mirror, heavily spawned out. I've got a bit of damage on his tail there. I'll get a bit of carp care for that. I just weighed it, it's just over 28 pounds, and a right beauty. And you love it when you put in the time and effort and you get rewarded. You know, I could have sat round there for another 5 or 6 hours, or even until I went home later on this evening and not had a bite. Instead, I weren't lazy, I went with my instincts, and I've been rewarded with this nice very active, lean, spawned out black mirror. Just made my trip worthwhile now, and also I've mapped out 2 pegs in the process. So everything's coming together on this syndicate now. Just got to persevere, keep plugging away, keep cracking the code. I've got to run, I've got to go. Oh my god. So you'll see I just had a screaming take just then. Just had to quickly put this back. I just dropped off, unfortunately. Absolutely melted, one-toned all the way. Bit gutted about that, to be fair. It's always the way though, isn't it? Fish on the bank, second rod screaming off. So clearly guys, that should be enough evidence to know that I got it right. Good move. And we're going to hoik her up now because I want to get that rod back out there. Bit gutted about that popping off. Not cut me off or nothing, just simply popped off. Check the hook over in a minute. Gutted, absolutely gutted, but in the same way. Over the moon to get this big gal. Just over the 28 pound mark. And look at that. Stunning. Big black head. Heavily spawned out. Was obviously over 30 pound before spawning. So really made up with this one. What a stunning fish. I'll show you the other side quickly. I want to pop her back, like I say, sort that other rod. God, that just took off that rod and it didn't stop. But that's a good fish. Here's the other side. Equally as stunning. What a beauty. What a beauty. But I'm going to slip her back and I'll see you soon. Yes, we're at it again. Got a big fat mirror. Real fat chunk. I just weighed her, 30 pounds 6 ounces. Or him, by the looks of things. What a colossally fat, muscular fish. Just over the 30 pound mark, loving it. Big black tail. It actually convolted out the water on the take and the rod just steadily ticked off. I had my clutches done up quite a bit tighter. Wow, the shoulders on this. And this is the difference between catching and not catching. Could have quite easily sat up there for the day comfortable, but I chose to pack up and get my arse round here. Went with my heart. I've been rewarded again with this absolute fat chunk of a unit. Big tail, big fight, slow, steady, strong take. Loving it. Look at the shoulders on him. Quality. What an epic little fish, yes. Big muscle packed male. Oh mate, loving it. I'm going to flip around quickly. Oh, it's really tensing up. So if you don't hear an update from me after this, still got 5 or 6 hours to go. My memory chip's full. I've got no more memory chips with me, so this might be the last bit of recording you get. Here's the other side. Whoa! What a stunner! And there she is, or he. Loving it. 30 pounds 6 ounces. Get in there. The syndicate's really coming together for me already. I'm in my 3rd session, and I can clearly say the code has been cracked every time I've been down. And I think I can move on from this and get some of the real big girls. Right, I'm going to put her back and I'll see you in a bit. Well, what a hectic day it's been after all. So I'm just about to go home now, got about 30 minutes left. It's 6:45 at night now. Still got 2 rods in, and this rod just ripped off This is number 5. I've actually had 5 now. So I had another 25 and then a low double after that 30 and 28, and then I just got this nice little linear, and I ain't got much battery left on the camera, so it's going to go any second. But I think what a lovely way to finish off on. Beautiful little linear. Don't know if you can see it, it is a bit bright. Definitely will look nice when it's nice and big, this fish. So we'll close on this account because I'm going to run out any second, and I'll see you back here when I see you. Nice.